African thing. Do you understand? So we're going to be African. How many of you love the fact that you're African? You love your hair, your kinky hair, your complexion, your dark complexion. You love the fact that you can stand and people can say, wow. You love that. Okay, put your hands together for yourselves. Okay, now there's a way I want us to clap. Okay? Now let's go. I am a super. Wait, okay, so now we are all media people, right? Okay, so you would say I am a super communicator. So let me do it. Let's go. I am a super communicator. Now can we do it again? I am a super communicator. Again. I am a super communicator. So please don't forget, anytime I say clap, then we clap that way, okay? Alright. So now, first things first. I want you to know that there's a reason why you're here today. And the reason is because God wants you all to be superstars. Communication is the most important thing in life. Do you understand? Now, if you learn how to communicate perfectly well, you can get to anywhere you want to get to in life. You can stand with presidents, you can stand with people that are very wealthy, people that are influential. That's what communication does for you. For me, it has done that for me. I've been able to stand in places, I've been able to get into Aso Rock, I've been able to do a lot of things, meet wealthy people, influential people, just because I speak well. And guess when I started to speak well? When I was as little as you are. Do you understand? So now you're not too small to stand before nations and talk to them. You're not too small because we're going to be having events where we're going to feature each and every one of you, and you're going to stand before thousands and even millions of people. Okay? So when we come to our point, we're going to dream. I'm going to have us close our eyes and we're going to dream about what we want to see in the next future, the nearest future. Alright, put your hands together for yourself. I am a super communicator. I'm very well, thank you. Well, thank you very much. It's an honor. Alright, so today I'm going to be teaching us certain things that would help us. Okay? So now, people say, can kids be in media? And a lot of times, the answer to that question is yes. I spend a lot of my time online looking at children that do very well in terms of speaking. I don't want to mention names because I just want everybody else to be anonymous.
I know I can
be what I want to be.
Be what I want to be.
If I work hard at it,
If I work hard at it,
I'll be where I want to be.
I'll be where I want to be.
Now let's make it a song. It's a song written by someone called Nas. It's an old song, so you people may not know it. But when we were little, we used to sing it a lot. Now let's go. I know I can.
I know I can.
Now let's go. I know I can.
I know I can.
Be what I want to be.
Be what I want to be.
If I work hard at it,
If I work hard at it,
I'll be where I want to be.
I'll be where I want to be.
I know I can.
I know I can.
Be what I want to be.
Be what I want to be.
If I work hard at it,
If I work hard at it,
I'll be where I want to be.
I'll be where I want to be.
Now only the girls. I know I can.
I know I can.
Be what I want to
Be
be.
what I want to be.
If I work hard at it,
If I work hard at it,
I'll be where I want to be.
I'll be where I want to be.
Now the boys. I know I can.
I know I can.
Be what I want to be.
Be where I want to be.
If I work hard at it,
If I work hard at it,
I'll be where I want to be.
I'll be where I want to be.
Fantastic. Put your hands together for yourself.
I am the super communicator.
Alright, fantastic. So kids can be in media. So you can be in media. Now say, I can be in media.
I can be in media.
And I can succeed in media.
I can succeed in media.
I'm just going to bring some things to us and then we'll proceed with it. Kids in media can refer to a variety of different things, but generally speaking, it refers to children and young people who are involved in some aspects of media production or consumption. This could include anything from child actors appearing in movies or TV shows to young reporters or bloggers covering news events to kids creating their own content on social media platforms. Now let's talk about what is trending now. Social media. Who knows anything about
Communicator.
Fantastic. Alright, so social media is basically being able to come to a point where you have something, a medium. This is a bottle. It's a medium. Now, without this bottle, will this water be able to stay here? Now, media is basically us being able to take the things that we have on the inside of us and make it go out to other people so they can hear. Remember what social is? Everybody does social studies, right?
Yes.
It's basically our relationship with one another. So in a community, everyone doing their thing, communicating, talking, buying, selling, doing business and all of that is basically social. So if I say I'm a social person, it means that I'm able to talk with other people and people are able to talk back to me. You understand? But media is something we use to make sure that we're able to talk to other people. So I want to be able to present something to you. What do? I need a video. This is a video. Okay? Now the video is a medium for me to be able to speak and people will see what I'm saying. This is a medium. When you write, there are things that are written, there are things that have been typed here. Can you read them? Definitely. So somehow this message is being conveyed, is being taken to other people. So remember I started to read, and when I read, you heard everything I was saying. My voice is a medium to get the information to all of you. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So can kids be in media? Yes, they can be in media. What ways can they be in media? In different ways. There's television. Everybody say television.
Television.
How many of you would want to sit back as a presenter on a television show? You can. Say I can.
I can.
I can.
I can.
Now, how many of you know radios? Have you listened to any radio show before?
Yes.
Fantastic. Now, there's also the greatest of them all, which is social media. Why is social media the greatest? It's because anywhere you are, you can take a phone and communicate with the world from where you are. So most times I'm seated right here in my studio, and guess what? I'm talking to people in Africa, in Asia, in North America, in South America, all the continents of the world. Do I need to move away from them? No, I just have a medium. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? What's my medium? Social media. So each and every one of us are going to do something amazing for the care of ourselves. Now let's talk about Emmanuel. How many people know Emmanuel? How old was she when she started being a media person? Can you remember? Okay, tell me. She was 7. She was between 6 and 7. How many people are younger than 7 here? Okay. Okay. How old are you? Okay, you're 5. Now, think about it. At the age of 5, he's able to communicate very well. Guess what will happen? People will search him out. There was a movie I saw. It was not a Nollywood movie. It was a Hollywood movie, and I saw Emmanuel, and I said, "Oh wow!"
Yes.
Because she had practiced for a while. So the fact that you are in media doesn't mean that you will come one day and then you just get on television. I wasn't always like this. There was a time I was very shy. I couldn't even stand before any camera. But now I can stand before anybody.
Yeah.
The thing is, being in media is a journey. And it starts from today. Your journey to be in media starts from today. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Alright, so I will keep talking in between what I read so you will get bored. So let's go on. But this time, I will not read. I will have someone else read. So if you can read, can you come?
This one.
Okay, please come. Alright, so just stay here. So start from 1.
One of the most important things to consider when it comes to kids and media is the impact that media can have on their development and well-being. For example, exposure to certain types of media content, such as violently or sexually explicit material, can have negative effects on young people's behavior, while exposure to positive, educational, and uplifting content can have the opposite effect.
Thank you.
That's
Let me have
beautiful.
you. Please put your hands together for him.
You are a
Smart
champion.
communicator.
Can you speak louder?
Additionally, kids who are involved in media production may face quite challenges and
Don't give up opportunities.
opportunities compared to adults. For example, child actors may need to balance their work with school and other
Obligations.
obligations, while young journalists may need to navigate complex ethical issues related to
Fantastic. It's very challenging. Is it easy to be a media person? No, it's not. You need to put work into it. But then there are results. By the time you're done putting work into it, guess what? You stand out. You become super at what you do. Do you understand what we're trying to say? Alright, so let's go to the next part of the discussion. How do I become an expert in media? Let's read and then I'll explain. Becoming an expert in media is a process that requires dedication. Everybody say dedication.
dedication,
Hard work.
hard work,
And ongoing learning.
and ongoing learning.
Here are some steps you can take to start your journey towards becoming a media expert. Number one, develop a strong foundation of knowledge. Everybody say develop
Develop
a strong foundation
a strong foundation
of knowledge.
of knowledge.
Number two, build practical skills.
Build practical skills.
Gain practical experience.
Gain practical experience.
Stay up to date with the industry trend.
Stay up to date in the industry trend.
Develop a niche.
Develop a niche.
Alright, so let me explain everything that we just said. How many of you know that there's no limits to what you can do in life? Yes, there's actually no limits. Now let's say there's no limits
There's no limit
to what I can do in life.
to what I can do in life.
Don't go online and watch all those comedies. You don't need the comedies. You can watch for a short time, but where you should be is on videos, especially on YouTube, watching children communicators. So if you go to Google and say, I want to search for communicators, children communicators, you just put it up on Google, or you put it on YouTube, it will pop out a video. A 10-minute video, a 20-minute video, you can watch it. From time to time, because you are giving yourself the ability to get knowledge will keep coming to you. Now imagine I'm not looking for this bottle. Will I find it? But if I decide to look for the bottle, I'll find it. If you want knowledge, you have to go in search of it. Reading books is another way you can get knowledge. Because I know that in this generation, you people all like phones, right? You like phones, right? You prefer it to having to sit down to read. But sometimes you would have to learn how to sit down to read. There are a lot of books. I have some books, so I'll give some books out. So you can spend time reading those books. By the time you're done reading those books, you become fantastic and people will start to call you. A lot of times, our dreams, our aspirations, all of it, if we don't put action to it, it will remain a dream forever. Sometimes you're going to be big girls, you're going to grow up to be teenagers. You won't have as much time as you have now because your responsibilities will increase. Your parents will want you to do more work, there will be more school work. So this is the best time for you to start out your career in media. Knowledge will help you do that. Do you understand? Next thing is develop a strong foundation of knowledge. That's what we just talked about. The next thing is build practical skills. By practical skills, what do they mean? Now, he knows how to read, but he doesn't know how to read perfectly well. So how does he come to that point where he reads perfectly well? He must keep reading. Do you understand? If you keep reading and reading and reading, before you know it, you are able to read anything. I'm able to write anything because I've spent a lot of time getting information about writing. Now, information is good, but if you don't practice it, it will not become a skill. So I've said get knowledge. Oh, Miss Josephine said we should get knowledge. I'm going to get knowledge. But if you keep getting knowledge, like having a lake, types of rivers. A lake just collects water and it stays there.
Yeah.
After some time, it becomes green.
Yeah.
Why? Because the lake doesn't give out anything. It just keeps collecting. So if you keep collecting knowledge, a time will come when the knowledge will not be useful to you. So you must practice the knowledge. Have a mirror. How many of us have mirrors in our houses? Take a mirror sometimes. I do it a lot. I take my mirror, I stand before the mirror and I tell my mirror, I'm talking to you. I need this, I need that. And I say a lot of things on my mirror. Is that just one person I'm talking to? Myself. But the time will come when I'll be talking to a million people. But if you don't practice, your knowledge will not benefit you. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Alright. The next thing is gain practical experience. We're going to be doing a lot of this. There are some kids' movies that we're working on for now. And if you're that good, you will get on those movies. Do you understand? How many of you want to get on the movies that we're doing? Fantastic. Now, some of you may not like movies. Some of you may just like talking. Talking is fantastic. Talking can open doors that nothing else can open for you. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So, most times, you will need to get on stage. There are some events that we're going to be doing. You are going to come on stage to present. Do you understand what I'm trying to talk about? So when you get on stage, it's not the time for you to just sit back and then hide your face. If you keep practicing, when the time comes, when they call you on stage, you go with confidence, you stand, you deliver, you get your money. How many of us want to get paid at the stage? Don't you like to get paid? As a child, my parents won, competitions. Money will come to you when your gift goes from being knowledge to being skill to gaining experience. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So the next thing is stay up to date with industry trends. What's trending now? Skits. Do people sit down to watch all those movies? Those days we used to sit down to watch a movie for 1 hour 30 minutes. But now skits are like about 5 minutes. Those are trending. So imagine you start your skits, because I'm going to teach all of you how to start your social media handles. So you can start. Of course, you're not doing wrong things, you're doing the right thing with your social media handle. I watched a girl, was it on TikTok, and I said, how possible is this? The girl was barely 5, 6. She did so well in that video. So imagine every weekend you shoot something and then you put it up. You start to get likes, you start to get comments. Before you know it, the whole world knows you. Before you know it, because you are doing the things that are trending, what happens is that people will seek you. Manuela has won so many awards. There's another guy, please excuse me, I think his name is Kirikou or something like that.
Yes.
Okay, you know him, right? All he does is just to come and then ask for, he's just very little, and then sometimes I look at him and I'm like, this guy, see his mouth. Imagine now, because he knows what he's doing. He's very little. He's even smaller. I think he started smaller than Emanuela.
Yes.
Then how many of you know Chinedu? Mama Chinedu. I am with you spiritually.
Yeah.
Okay. That one, he just comes, him and his elder brother. They just do funny things. Imagine if he has all those gifts and he keeps it to himself. All these children, they keep winning awards. Then this is my best part. Imagine you being a writer. And you're writing things, and then the world can see what you're writing. And then you come to a point where you are reading those things that you write. Me, I know I've helped some kids get awards just by writing. There's an award coming up this year, a lot of awards, but you must be able to qualify. What that means is that you will work hard at it. Then let me get to the final point. Develop a niche. Can we do everything?
No.
Okay, today I want to do comedy. Tomorrow I want to do public speaking. Next tomorrow I want to do... People will say, why is she so confused? But if I focus... Now a niche is just focusing on one thing and being very good at it. I'm an author. I focus on my writing and I'm very good at it. I'm a powerful communicator. I focus on communication and I'm very good at it. Now, communication is broad. You may decide I want to be a public speaker. You may decide I want to be an actor or something. Now, they are deciding to be an actor. What do you want to do? Some people, they want to do everything, but you can't do everything. You must choose one particular thing that you do. Alright? So now I'm coming to the point where I will ask you questions and I will allow you to ask questions. First question is this. I want to ask everybody. Do you believe that before the end of this year, you will go from this point in media to a greater point where more people will know you? Do you believe? Do you believe this year you will make some money? Do you know people make money on Facebook just by putting out videos there?
Yes.
YouTube, children make a lot of money. Some children make a lot of money. Why do you think they keep saying, please subscribe to my channel? What do you think that is? Is it because they just want to say something? It's because they are making money. Now, everyone here, the next class we're going to have will be a social media class where everyone will set up their social media channels. And you're using your social media channels for only positive things. And you're allowed to do that maybe once a week. Post something once a week. The time comes when we run advertisements and the whole world can see what you're doing. Before you know it, people are coming to you to ask you for solutions. The next question I want to ask is, will you put in the efforts?
Yes.
Now say, yes, I will.
Yes, I will.
Okay, fantastic. Put your hands together for yourself, everyone. And then put your hands together for me.
You are a super communicator.
Alright. Okay, so now the floor is open for
Ma'am, can I meet you?
My name is Josephine Ogenekere Obufere. I'm an author, first of all, and then I'm a speaker.
Okay.
I've done a lot of community work helping children to make sure that their dreams become their reality. So a lot of times, children as young as him have dreams. It's not okay to leave him to his dreams and keep saying, go away, go away. No, it's okay to bring him and then coach him and explain certain things to him that he needs to know. When I explain them to him, before you know it, he stands out. So what I do basically is to coach kids in communication. There are 4 communication skills. Everybody say reading,
Reading,
writing,
writing,
listening,
listening,
and speaking.
and speaking.
Now can we all start to speak? Everybody speak, just say anything. Now can we all talk? Just say anything, keep talking.
Just talk,
Just talk, just talk, say anything.
Make your
Now
noise.
let your voice be loud.
Eh.
In 1945, blah, 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 blah. Now can we hear each other?
No,
Let's
no,
all
no.
talking at the same time. And nobody can hear anything. But now let one person talk. Hello? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
We heard it distinctly because only one person talked. Why? Because we all listened. Listening is a skill. In fact, I think that a lot of times people don't focus on the listening skills, especially us in Africa. We all like to talk at the same time. But sometimes it's okay to just listen. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So all 4 skills, can we call all the skills? Number 1, reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So these are the 4 areas I focus on when I help children to become powerful communicators. Alright. Okay. She says, what inspired me to start writing? When I was a child, I had a very creative mind. And I always wanted to express myself. But I did not have the means to express myself. So guess what? I took my pen and I took a paper and I would write about how I was feeling. And I realized that as a child, when I wrote about how I was feeling, I felt better. So there are times when I wanted to tell my mommy something, but I just couldn't tell her because it just wasn't right for you to talk to your mom. So I would write how I was feeling. I don't like how mommy shouted at me, but I hope I become a good child and not make her shout. And in no time, because I was able to do that, I started to heal myself. So my inspiration is basically because I wasn't able to really communicate with other people. I couldn't talk, I wasn't eloquent. Eloquent means I wasn't able to really express myself and talk in a way that people could understand me. But when I wrote, anything I wrote made sense. And so it kept I kept writing. And at some point, I realized that I could also help people feel better with my writing. So I started to write for people. Then I started to see a lot of things happening in society, and I knew that I wasn't going to be vocal at that point. But I wanted to be able to express myself and talk about government and talk about how things were going. And somehow writing gave me the opportunity. Finally, I wanted money. So anytime I'm broke, I get inspired. You know, inspiration comes when you are broke, you will be inspired. You will just not know how you will start writing, and before you know it, your writing will bring you money. So that's where I get my inspiration. So basically, I was trying to find a way to express myself. Secondly, I was trying to heal myself. Thirdly, I'm trying to make a lot of money, millions of money from my writing. So that's my inspiration.
Okay, a hand of applause for her.
You are the super communicator.
Okay, who is the third person? Okay, come.
Alright. As long as I would say for about maybe I can't place the years, but as a child I started to communicate. As a child, I was in drama when I was in secondary school. In primary school, I did a bit of drama as well. So I can say almost all my life, almost all my life. But let me say professionally, I started to do it for about 20 years.
Wow.
Professionally.
Wow.
So I got on my first Nollywood movie a couple of years ago, about 10 years ago.
Wow.
So yes, so it's been a while. Thank
Okay.
you.
A hand of applause for her again.
You are a super communicator.
Number 4. Sit down.
Tell me your name first of all. Okay. Alright, so I started writing, like I said, when I was in primary school. So I was about 5. But I wasn't writing professionally, and I was writing, and then people weren't buying what I was writing, or people did not even see what I was writing. So from when I was 5. But I started writing to win awards when I was a teenager. So from the age of 13, I was writing poetry, and then I was winning awards. So by the time I got to 18, I started putting.
Okay, thank you so much, Ma.
You are a super communicator.
Who is the 5th person? Your name, then your lines.
So the first challenge is the fact that I'm unique, I'm different. So when you're unique and different, you will have a lot of people say, what do you think you're doing? Now, if you do what every other person does, you fit in and everybody appreciates you. But if you do things that are different, like moral things, you can never see me do a video and then I'm exposing any part of my body, no matter how much you are going to pay me, no matter the kind of opportunities you are going to give to me. So when you are like that, when you uphold moral standards, you will have challenges. People will fight against you. They will, do a lot of things against you. They will say a lot of things against you. Then the second thing is that I don't see myself have so many coaches and mentors. So a lot of times I had my dreams, but I just had one coach and one mentor, and then he died.
Wow.
So after he died, it just became a major challenge for me. So I now had to sort things out by myself. So it's been challenging working on my own by myself, trying to meet up, the standards on my own. Then of course there's funding. A lot of times I want to do great projects, and then I just don't have the money to be able to get the fantastic equipment. But it's not really a challenge, because what I do, I basically use the things I have, and then I get my work done. Okay. Alright, so in 2020, yes, I wasn't feeling too well. Okay, so I was clinically depressed. And I had gone through the process for about 2 years. But at that point, I wasn't doing anything. So imagine for 2 years, I wasn't doing anything because I was clinically depressed as a result of some things that had happened before. I wasn't feeling well. Okay. So I just heard the voice of the Holy Spirit say it's time to get up and stop your pity party and then start working on the African Writers Strike. And so I said, what's the African Writers Strike? So it came as an inspiration from the Holy Spirit. So he told me it's going to be basically me gathering children, adults, as many people as want to start to write, gathering them together. And you know how a community works. We work together as a team, we achieve our goals together. So the African Writers Strike came as a result of me going through a bad time and wanting to transition to another level, wanting to get to another level. And then Abia State, then Wales, we've been to Benue, and then Abuja. So we stopped the project at Abuja. And so I had to come back to Lagos again. And then of course I'm here now, still doing my thing on the African Writers Strike.
Your name? Okay.
Nice to meet you. I lost count of the awards, but the major ones I've received, there are about 5 of them. So I've received some international awards, about 2 international awards. Then the rest, about 4, 5 Nigerian awards. So almost about 10.
Wow.
My name is
Nice to meet you.
I'd like to ask you how you partner with the government to inspire young writers.
Okay. So last year, I've been doing what I was doing for the African Writers Strike for about 2 years. This year it became the third year. But as a writer, I've been doing it since 2018. So my work got so good that I was able to be referred to the government of Lagos State. And by the time they had seen what I had done, last year I was invited by the Lagos State government to talk about my author story. So partnering with the government in terms of working with kids, it's something I'm just starting to do. But in terms of getting the accolades and thumbs up for the great work I've done, the Lagos State have been recognized by the Lagos State government. So by God's grace, we want to start from right where we are. So the project we're working on is an award of a project. So that's basically that's basically how far we've gone in terms of the government. But I think that God has already opened opportunities and doors. So we're going to be working with the Lagos State government and of course other governments. We've been able to put out some proposals to the River State government, and then we're still working on other places in Nigeria. So we're trying to do the little we can. We hope that the government supports what we're doing by the grace of God.
What is your advice for
My advice is when you wake up in the morning, you dream. And when you're done dreaming, wake up from that dream and get to work. How do you get to work? By taking action. By taking a pen and a paper every day, even if it's just 2 or 3 lines, you'll be surprised that in no time, those lines, those things that you're writing will become a book that people can hold. So my advice is dream first of all. Secondly, get to work. Keep working at your dream. Now, work entails you reading. You can't be a great writer without being a good reader. So if you are going to write good books, it means that you are going to read good books. So you must spend time while other kids are playing and getting on social media. You must take out time in your corner to read. Then get information. When you go online to YouTube and other places, go to get information. Keep getting information. Then anywhere you find events that can help you, attend those events. There are competitions. Register for the events. Whether you are going to make it or not, register for the events. I've had to get myself in competitions where I did not win. I've had to put my books out where I wanted a review and then I didn't get it. So a lot of times you have to keep putting yourself out there. Go to the scene, go to workshops for writers, go to workshops where you can find fellow writers like you, meetings, hangouts, conferences, there are children conferences.
Wow.
So attend all that. And then before you know it, you will become a powerful communicator. So let me put it in a nutshell. First thing, have a dream. Second thing, work at your dream by reading consistently. Thirdly, be around people that are like you. writers that are like you, attend events, conferences, seminars, and even business meetings for children. And you'll find out that everything that you have ever dreamt of will become your reality. The current program we're working on is called Ideas to Ink. Now, what Ideas to Ink is basically you having an idea and making sure that that idea becomes a book. So it's a writing course for children. During this holiday, instead of having to play around, you would get on the writing course. And before you know it, guess what? You become a writer as school resumes. Would you love to do that? Imagine yourself starting to write a book, and then in no time, when school resumes, you become a writer. When you get to school, oh wow, see the book I've written, you show all your friends. Wouldn't it be a good feeling? Yes. Be a good feeling. So holiday time is actually for you to enjoy yourself. And of course, one of the ways to enjoy yourself is by being creative. So the the Idea to Ink program is a writing program that can help you. Apart from that, we have our club, our media club and our writing club in schools. So that's what we come to schools. So I will come to your school by God's grace. And then if you are interested, you could tell your parents about it. So your parents will get you in the club, and before you know it, you're able to write your book for one full term. So by third term, everyone has their books and the books are complete. Then we have other programs we do among schools. It's what we call the competition. So schools, different schools in Amuodofe will compete for a prize. So there's a registration fee for each school. And of course, we have the final one, and I know you would love it, where we take trips abroad during the summer. So if you are a writer, you've written a book, and then you have a valid international passport, we could get a visa for you, and you could do a vacation for like 4 weeks. Somewhere in America, somewhere in Canada, somewhere in South Africa, and then we have a nice time. So we're working on South Africa for this year, and then America as well. So if it's something you're interested in, the prizes are, we'll get back to your school to give you the information. So any more questions? Okay. All right. So I want us to rise up today. Today is a significant day in our lives. Please, can we get Mr. Eke here? So today is a significant day in our lives. We are going to do something. Remember the song we first sang? We are going to sing that song, and then the next thing we are going to make a commitment. Do you understand? So let's go. 1, 2, 3, go. I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. Now let's add a dance to it. I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. I don't understand what kind of dance I want to dance.
Touch dance.
Don't dance like that. So me, I'm older than you, so people know how to dance. So let's do the dance again. I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. Boys, I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. All right, now let's make the commitment. I'm a super communicator. I help humanity. I communicate so well. I fix difficult problems. I solve challenges. I heal Nigeria. I revive Africa. And I transform the world. So help me God. All right, so I'll send this to you, the affirmation. So anytime you're feeling down, or we could even put it in your classrooms. So I'll just send it to you. I'll send it through Mr. Ikene. So that'll be all. I had a beautiful time. Thank you so much. So the next time I'm coming to visit your school.
Ooh, that's good to hear.
There'll be gifts for everyone by God's grace. All right. So yeah.
So who
Yeah, she come on, please.
Okay. So we have a gift for you, ma. Please.
Oh, please put thank you so much. I love you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma. Thank you so
All right,
much.
so we'll have a group picture,
Yes.
and then of course I'll shake everybody, and then of course I'll hug the girls, and then we'll have a group picture. Nice to meet you.
Mm.
Yeah, I like this shirt.
He's a big boy. He's a big boy.
Wow, I like the boys. So wow.
The big girl.
Hello, nice. Wow, God bless you. You made my day.
Yes.
I definitely will come. I'll make out time to come to your school.
No
By God's
problem.
grace, I will come by God's grace.
How
All right.
about people thinking